There's obviously rumours of Nuno already having lost the dressing room.
Yeah.
I know it's coming from the Sun, so not the most reliable. But
Do
we've
you reckon
heard
Charlie Kane's leaking it again?
potentially, but we've heard these things before, haven't we?
Yeah.
When it comes to manage Spurs managers and the players not being happy.
We hear it every season.
Every season we hear it from them. Oh, Pochettino works us too hard. Oh, Mourinho doesn't work us hard enough. Nuno, I don't like his man management style. These players are a bunch of whingers.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of losers, really, who just don't. These players don't do anything. They always complain when they see the first sign of trouble. That's all they do. Mm-hmm. They don't back themselves to get them out of trouble. They don't get fully invested in a project. They just when it's going well, everything's great. When it's going well, when we're winning games, and things are going well, they're happy as Larry. They'll work hard. But as soon as they hit a bump in the road, they start pointing the fingers. They start pointing fingers and looking for people to blame, and it pisses me off. It really annoys me how these players have been able to just all this time. Every time there's a bump in the road, they start blaming the manager and they start hanging him out to dry. And the fact that we have the lowest running stats in the league, when we're supposed to be a high pressing team and we're supposed to be a team that works for each other, like we.
It's supposed to be a team that really worked on their fitness over the summer and over pre-season.
Yeah, it's shocking.
We're supposed to be one of the fittest teams in the league now, apparently. Yeah,
shocking. And I just wonder, do you think Nuno's already lost the dressing room? And if that's the case, I mean, what does that mean?
I mean, look, it's hard to say whether he's lost the dressing room or not, but that Arsenal game, the amount of work that was going on that football pitch was nothing above a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace, the actual work that they were putting in. And like what we're seeing coming out of the press, this is how it always ends. This is the beginning of the end, always. And Charlie Wyatt from The Sun says Nuno Espirito Santo relationship with many of the Spurs first team squad members is deteriorating, with many players finding him cold and unapproachable. I mean, what's that all about?
He's only just come, for God's sake.
What's that all about? 6 games in and
he's already cold and unapproachable. Like, seriously.
And the first team squad members, and that his relationship with the first team squad members is deteriorating.
Let me guess, it's Dele and Winks coming out with these things. You know what I mean? It's always the players who aren't playing who come out with these stupid.
Dele is playing.
Well, maybe not Dele, but whatever. It's always these kind of players who come out with these stupid things about the manager. It's always the fringe players. It's the same under Mourinho, the players who aren't being picked. It's probably the same now under Nuno. I mean, obviously I don't know, but cold and unapproachable. Obviously, do me a favour. Just do your job. Listen to him and see and try and turn things around. Don't just start pointing the finger already and start leaking things to the press that he's cold and unapproachable and that's why we're not doing well. Oh, just do one. Honestly, we've heard it all before. Well, I complained about this when I heard it under Mourinho. I was like, these players are just selling out the manager again, and now I'm hearing it under Nuno. And what am I supposed to think? Oh, it must be Nuno's fault. No, it's his players.
But can we believe it too much coming from The Sun? You know what I mean? They're the only real people talking about it.
Well, it's hard not to when I've heard it all before.
I know, but it might be an easy story to make up because we've heard it all before.
Yeah, I hope it is. But we know Spurs and The Sun, they clearly have over the summer. The people are leaking things to The Sun. Danny Rose once gave an interview to The Sun. Like when The Sun sometimes gets things from the Tottenham camp, they say they were very good at leaking things to The Sun. Is my point, and so I hope it's
the
not
bloody
true.
leak things to. Why The Sun?
Because we're scum apparently, and it annoys me. But just reading these comments from the players really annoys me. But do you think if we were to sack Nuno, so early, would that undermine Paratici? Would he get pissed off?
I don't know. I mean, he might be in on it as well. It was his choice. I know it was his choice, but maybe he thinks he made a mistake. I don't know. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't know what Fabio Paratici is thinking. You don't know. I don't think he would be in on it because he was so strongly he was strongly advocating
for Nuno. You know, we passed up on Fonseca and other managers, and we went for Nuno because it was Paratici's choice, and it looks very bad on Paratici if we were to sack him very early. So I don't think he would want that.
Yeah, it does look bad on him, but also you don't know how ruthless Paratici is. You don't know what he's saying with Levy. You don't know what conversations are happening behind the scenes. So it's hard to make a judgment on that.
I don't think he's. I don't think he would. I can't imagine a situation he would be advocating Spurs do something that would look terrible on him. Because then why would Levy listen to him for the next managerial choice?
I mean, if he's kind of coming out and saying he made the mistake and talking like that, and you know, if he wants what's best for the football club and not what's best for his reputation and his ego, then I think he would want that if that's the decision he comes to make. I don't think he's going to make the decision based on his ego. He's going to make the decision based on what's best for the football club.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean Yeah, but doesn't mean he's going to start advocating for a manager to leave after 4 of 6 games or 7 games.
It depends. If this situation is happening and the players are clearly not going to work under Nuno, then what choice do we have? What choice do we have?
I don't know.
You're going to sack all the players? I mean, I wish we could, but we're not going to. And it's not possible, is it? So, I mean, sometimes you're just in a lose-lose situation. And that's what it seems like right now. It seems like none of the players want to work for any manager. The manager is making strange decisions anyway. And the recruitment at the club is completely all wrong anyway. So, I mean, where do we go?
I don't know. It's a situation where Spurs have put themselves in with this whole thing. We've seen it before with these players, so it's nothing new. So I don't know where we go now. If it is, I don't know. Look, if it is true that these players are already giving up on Nuno, honestly, just play the youth. If that's the case, just do what not maybe the youth, but do what Poch did. Just say to any player who's not fully committed, you're out the squad. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll do.
But by the time though, we'll have no players left.
Don't fine. Then we field a team of youth players, and that's it. At least I'll try. That's what we got to do. You got to be ruthless. And even if it is Harry Kane, honestly, even if it is Harry Kane, you got to be ruthless. That's if that's the case.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And we need
you got to play players. You got to pay players who are willing to play under the manager if it's a managerial issue like that. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you. I
think Nuno's got to stop playing players who are. Nuno's got to stop playing players who, because the board is telling him to play, or he's putting pressure to play these players. He's got to do it because what's right for the team and what's right for how he wants to play. That's how he's got to do it now, and we don't want to see another performance like we saw on Sunday. We really don't. So Nuno's got to do what's best for him and the team. He's got to find players, even if they're not as good in quality, they'll be they'll be much better in how much fight they give to the team.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And it's hard not to.